I am so excited. Coming soon, I am going to be hosting an online radio show. What? Hosting an online internet radio show.
Joe.
Blackula.
Subscribe to the FocusTalk TV YouTube channel. Follow at FocusTalk TV on Instagram and Twitter, and join in on the conversation on the FocusTalk TV Facebook page. And in the meantime, remember to stay focused. You're in tune to Chicago's most popular college music radio station. 89.3 is WKKC. This is Focus Talk, the thought-provoking, solution-oriented talk show daring to make a difference in our communities. We're talking on a regular basis because the answers really matter. What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about politics, religion, personal development, education, history, music, and then from time to time, we are spotlighting positive people who are doing positive things right here in Inglewood, throughout the Chicagoland area, as well as the entire United States. I'm your host, Dennis Snipe. Joining me in the studio today is my very good friend, Miss Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. Ebonie,
yes,
how are you
Dennis,
today?
How are you today?
I am well. You doing all right?
I am doing real good, and it's such an honor to be here with you on today.
Well, thank you so very much for accepting my invitation.
You're welcome.
And being here to let me know, as well as all of the listeners, all of our viewers, what you've been doing. So, who are you, and what have you been doing?
I'm Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley.
Right.
And what I want to do is start with, I want to just share with you how my name originated.
Okay.
My pops named me Ebonie. And because I was the only girl to had two grandmothers, I was blessed with both their names.
Okay.
So my middle name is Sara Louise. Hated the name growing up. Did not like it, was teased about it. But as I matured and as I've grown, God reminded me that I had two praying grandmothers covering me and that I am the fruit of their harvest. I am a part of their legacy. So now it's an honor to introduce myself as Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley.
And so you have no reservations about your name now?
No, it's an honor to carry this name.
Okay, that's all right.
There's
That's
a lot
all
of
right.
history in the name.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, as far as what you've been doing, what's going on with you?
Well, actually, there's a lot of things going on with me, and thank you again for allowing me to be here to share. First, I want to just share with you who I am. I am a vibrant, enthusiastic, on-air personality from Chicago, Illinois. And Dennis, I made some bad decisions in my life with smoking weed, drinking, being with men who didn't love me. And those things have pushed me to a place and forced me to deal with those bad decisions with some major consequences. And during those major consequences, what I've learned is I've become very passionate in pursuing my purpose, which is to share my life experiences, my life challenges, to uplift and motivate and inspire men, women, and youth to live on purpose. Okay. And now I'm sitting here in front of you, excited about what God is about, how he's about to use this gift of transparency that he's given me to infect the world.
Okay. Now let's rewind just a little bit.
Yes.
You talked about being an on-air personality.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how did you get started in radio or being on the air?
So actually in 2011, I was a co-host on the Melody of Praise show, which was a radio show at Chicago State University's radio station.
Now, were you a student there?
Actually, I wasn't. I was asked, the student, he hosted the show, and
you were invited as a guest.
As a friend, he came to my house and he saw me be Ebonie and he asked me to be his co-host. And that was a great experience. And from there, I met Sonia Blakey. I was at the Tinley Park Pavilion and I was at the concession stand and I heard this voice on the mic, and I was drawn to this voice. Long story short, I introduced myself to Sonia Blakey, and she then hired me on for iHeartMedia Chicago as an intern to produce her shows on Inspiration 1390. That turned into me being hired as a part-timer to work with the senior vice president of iHeartMedia Chicago in the communications department. And in that position, not only did I learn the totality of the radio business, but I also was able to work with some great personalities on WGCI, V103, Inspiration 1390, 103.5 Kiss FM, 93.9 My FM, and Big 95.5 the country station.
Now, Ebonie, I have to add,
yes,
it was because of those particular personalities that you met that you and I met.
Exactly. It is.
So it's been a whirlwind experience for you.
Yes, because Marcella Jones is actually the tie in between us. And if you don't mind, I could just share that story, because I want people to know the reason why I'm sitting in this chair. So I worked with Chef Judson, Todd Allen. We went to Valley Kingdom Ministries International together, our church, and I met him, and we had some different kind of interactions. But what he did in January, he reached out to me because he knew I was in the radio field, and he wanted to promote his book. And he asked me, hey, Ebonie, can you help me get some radio time? So instead of telling him that I wasn't working for the radio station anymore, I decided to let me see if I still got some connections, because then I was looking into being a publicist and starting my own blog. So I said, you know, it's a perfect opportunity to try to see if I still got it. So what I did is I reached out to some people at the radio station, and he got interviews on Inspiration 1390 and V103 because of that connection. And I tried to get him an interview with Marcella Jones, and what she did, she didn't have the time, but what she did is she gave me your information.
Wow.
And when I called you, and I heard your voice, I was like, wow. It was really exciting to meet you. And me and you had the conversation, and we booked Chef Judson to come to your studio on March 5th. And I remember that day, I wasn't gonna come because it was already set. I knew he was good, but I knew it was important to come and meet you because I established a relationship with you. And also, I needed to follow my product. If I was gonna be a publicist, it was really important that I was there to make, you know, that relationship with you and network with you. So I came on in and I met you, and I sat in this chair, and your executive producer was looking at me like I was doing something wrong. And I realized that he didn't want me in the studio. You know, I was reading the signs.
Right.
And so I watched him, you know, touch the cameras, and I watched him finesse the room and make sure things was in order. And I followed him to the other studio once you were interviewing Chef Judson. And I asked him, dude, who are you? Like, it's something about you. Who are you? I need to connect with you. And he told me that he was Joe Blackula, your executive producer, also known as Jonathan 2X. And I just told him, like, man, like, I want to know more about you. So he started to let me know some of the things he was working on, and told me to look him up on the internet. But I didn't feel like that was the end. I felt like I needed to connect with him. So while you were still interviewing Chef Judson, I just asked him, like, man, can we connect? I'm trying to do a blog. I'm trying to, you know, promote my publicist business, and I need some help. And he told me literally, you know, hey, my BS meter didn't go off. So you know what? He exchanged information with me, and from there we met at Starbucks, and that was pretty much it.
Okay.
This is why a lot of reason why I'm here interviewing with you, being able to share who I am and what's going on with me, because of that day. I followed my product. I followed Chef Justin called me. I came here with him. I met Joe Blackula. I was also known as Jonathan 2X, and here I am. And he's the reason why we have the TV shows coming up, which I can't wait to tell you about.
Okay, all right. Now you've drawn me in, and I'm listening because it all started from Chicago State, and then the other pieces that went along with that, and now we're at the television shows. So, tell me more.
So actually, I'm gonna start with the radio show. So it's two platforms.
Okay.
It's the radio platform and a TV platform. I'm so excited to share this endeavor with you. So every Friday, starting July 27th, I am going to be hosting my own radio show. It's going to be distributed in partnership with Fill Me Up Radio, and the name of the show is called Let's Get It with Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. And again, it's going to air every Friday.
I love it.
Every Friday starting July 27th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time at fillmeupradio.com.
Okay. So now do you need to check your local listing, or we can get more information where?
So actually, you can follow me on all social media at Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley, and also my website, EbonieSaraLouiseKelley.com, and all the information is going to be there. And I'm going to definitely be putting that information out as the time continues to get closer and closer.
Okay, so now we've covered where you were,
yes,
where you are now,
yes,
and where you're headed.
Yes, so TV shows is where I'm headed.
Okay.
Like this face belongs on the TV, right?
You know that's right.
Okay.
You know that's right.
So coming up soon, I'm gonna have some TV shows that's gonna be accessible via my website. My website, my ultimate goal is for my website to hold all my digital content.
Okay.
And one of the shows I'm really excited about is called Bridging the Gap, where I'm gonna have the honor of interviewing Dr. Wesley Muhammad, who is an American author and a student minister in the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk about bridging the gap between Christians and Muslims in the Nation of Islam. I'm really excited about that.
Now that show will be ongoing?
Yes, it's gonna be probably 8 episodes.
Okay.
I'm really excited about doing that because it is definitely outside the box, and I want to be able to bridge that gap, and I want to be able to talk with Dr. Wesley. He's a wealth of research information.
Now, I've had an opportunity to interview Dr. Wesley in the past, and I'm astounded by all of the different things that he talks about readily.
Yes.
You know, it's like, okay, let's talk about this, and he knows everything about it.
And he draws you in to want to know more, and the more he talks, the more you have questions, and you could just sit up and it just be a few hours, and you still want more.
Exactly. Now, what will the radio show be about?
So let's get it with Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. It's going to be about approaching and responding to life situations on purpose.
Okay.
And you notice I say on purpose a lot. And what happened with me with that is that a few years ago, I had to shift my mindset. A lot of things I was doing because, you have to do this or you have to do that. And what I've learned is that we have to do things intentionally. So whatever that career is that we want, whatever that dream is we want to pursue, we need to intentionally make the choices that follow that path to be able to reach that goal. So on purpose, when we have life situations, we always want to wait to react to them, and sometimes we just have to know how to approach a situation, and we have to make time to figure that out. And that's the on purpose, that's the intentional, that's the choose to do it.
So Ebonie, let me ask you that regardless of the situation that I'm in, if I focus on the intentionality of it, that it'll work out?
Well, I'll say that if you focus on being intentional with it, you'll definitely get to a place where you need to be.
Okay. All right. So regardless of what it may be, if I'm, if I want to be in radio or an actor or a politician.
Well, let me give you an example to help.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I'm here is because my daughter, she was arrested. And in 2009, she was arrested and I couldn't find her for 3 days. And that just started a process for me to become a better person. Stop cursing, stop smoking weed and things like that. In that process, when she was going to court, it's just a court day. You get up, you go to court, and you just wait to hear what the judge is going to tell you. What God showed me and what I've learned is intentionally I got up and I decreed my day, and I prayed for my daughter, and I prayed for the judge, and I started to choose what I wanted the outcome to be, because I believe that my faith and my belief that things can happen because of that. And how I want to say it, that is an example of being intentional. Because you just get up and just go to court and just wait for somebody to tell you something. Or you can stand in your authority, you can walk by your faith, and you can start believing what it is that you believe that you deserve because of who you are.
Now, Ebonie, based on that,
yes,
will you have guests who speak to that same type of existence on your show?
So right now we're working out those details. Eventually we will have guests that will definitely be able to share their life challenges and experiences on how they reached to how they got to where they are.
Okay.
You know, and at the end of the day, you know, when you pursue something and you set a goal to reach it, whether you use the term on purpose or not, we're still intentional in doing that. I just want people to focus on using that statement. Let's do it on purpose. Let's do it because it's intentional.
Okay. All right. Sounds really good. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
So now, based on what you are doing as far as radio, as far as television is concerned, then where do we hope to see you in the next year?
Well, it's just like in the words of Martin. Do you watch the show Martin?
Martin.
On one of his episodes, he said, "This face belongs on the tizoob."
Okay.
And that's what I believe that I'm going. I believe that I am an on-air personality for radio and TV. I believe that my life experiences and my challenges could put me in front of that can help people. I may not be able to reach everybody, and that is not my goal to reach everybody. Okay. But I believe once I start to tell my truths, once I start to be transparent of my life experiences, that I would draw people and it will help people just as people have helped me.
Okay. Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. Now give me those specifics again, the dates and
radio show.
Yes.
Every Friday starting July 27th, Friday, July 27th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and it's going to be on fillmeupradio.com.
Okay. All right.
And for the TV shows, through my website, Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley, that's actually going to be coming soon. They'll be able to access all the digital content through my website.
Okay.
I'm getting so nervous.
It's all right. You're okay. It's all right to be excited.
I know I am. Sometimes I got like, Ebonie, bring it down a little bit, but I can't.
That's all right.
I can't.
That's quite all right.
I can't. So thank you for allowing me to be me.
You are very, very welcome. Now, I can follow you on all social media, right?
All social media at Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley.
Okay. Sounds good. That sounds good. Now, I think we've said everything that needs to be said, at least for this dispensation.
Yes.
So give me some closing words.
My closing words will be one of the things I had to continue to teach myself, and that's don't ever give up. We run into so many people who don't believe in us. We run into so many situations that tell us no, and we have to keep pushing and pressing. And I want to just encourage everybody listening and watching to don't give up. If you believe it, don't give up. If you see it, don't give up. We have to remember that before that fine wine gets to our table, it was once a grape. And in order for that grape to become that fine wine, it had to be crushed and it had to be pressed. So go through the process of being pushed, of being knocked down, of being pressed, because greatness is on the way. Do it on purpose.
All right, honey. I'm going to have to fan you because you hot. You on fire.
See that. Thank you so much, Dennis. I appreciate you.
No, thank you. Thank you. I am looking for nothing but great things from you. And you have to come back so we can talk a little bit more.
I will.
And then you can let me know about the other guests that you're having and different things that are happening from time to time, okay?
Yes, no problem. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you.
Please know that the door here at Focus Talk is always open. You don't have to knock. Just come on through.
Cool.
Ebonie Sara Louise Kelley. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me
We'll talk again real soon.
Yes, we will. You promise, right?
Honest Engine.
Yes.
You're in tune to Chicago's most popular college music radio station, 89.3 WKKC.
You're watching FocusTalk TV
with your host, Dennis Snipe.
How'd it go? I feel really good.
Good.
I feel good. How? That smile. What? Give me something with the smile.
Yeah, I think that was the best one.
Dennis?
Ain't nothing to be said.
Woo! Y'all don't understand.
You already
right
know.
Here.
It's like when you take a test, and after you get through, you're like, I did.
Yeah.
Or, I aced this test.
I'm going to dance with Uncle Dave next.
So you don't have to ask those redundant questions.
Yeah, you know, it's just, I guess it's just sometimes it's good to hear.
You know you did good.
I appreciate it. I do. I feel really good. I feel like I got it out. Jonathan, I got it out.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate you going through this process with me. See, I'm there to talk about this. That I had to do 4 takes to get this one. But because of who you are, I was able to do that. Thank you. I'm ready now.
What do you want?
I don't know. What's next?
Subscribe to the FocusTalk TV YouTube channel. Follow at FocusTalk TV on Instagram and Twitter, and join in on the conversation on the FocusTalk TV Facebook page. And in the meantime, remember to stay focused.
Joe.
Blackula.